Hello, James here and welcome. Now in this video I'm going to be talking about the future updates coming to RuneScape in 2016 that were revealed at RuneFest. Now I just want to say that this footage was from RuneScape's Twitch channel and some of the details from the news post. I have taken notes from the live streams and the links will be down below. Some of the details may change, and also I'm doing more videos about the stuff revealed at RuneFest, so the combat updates, invention skill, elite skills, and I've done a video on the NXT client a few days ago that went down really well, so thank you, and I'll be following the progression of the NXT client and making more videos on that. That's just some of the few videos that I've got planned, so make sure to subscribe, stick around, and let's get on with the video. So this one's going to be a big one because there's lots of stuff coming to RuneScape in 2016. There's Godwars Dungeon 2, there's a difficult solo boss that was mentioned, and a raids batch 2. There's some combat updates coming in RuneScape in 2016, and they're going to have their own videos on them. And also invention is coming, and that's the introduction of the elite skills. That's also going to have its own video on that, but I'm just mentioning them to get them out of the way. As I said, stick around for them videos. And onto the details of this. There is a mining and smithing rework, and it's basically making the gear relevant for the level, so you're not making rune plate bodies at level 99 and then you're just going to sell them straight away as a way of training. So expect the item requirements to be and level requirements to be moved around, and once that's all sorted, Jedix are going to be looking into making high level gear which will make cheaper alternatives to top armors, but without replacing them. So don't worry, don't sell all your tier 90 stuff. If you're good at bossing, then keep it, but they'll be adding some new gear to that. So like, personally, I don't like armor that degrades, and a lot of the top tier armors do. They only seem like they're worth buying if you're a serious bosser. So for me, I maxed with bandos, and now whenever they release content that scales with combat, they expect me to have some expensive top tier stuff, and hopefully this will be a good alternative, as it's a bit cheaper. The prices might have changed since I last looked. But on a side note, I'm not sure if they were supposed to show this, but they showed a slide about Dragon King weapons, so that might be an idea of something that they're going to add. There's lots in the way of quests coming to RuneScape in 2016. Sliske's Countdown, it's the conclusion of the storyline made up of 4 quests. I'm not up to date on quests, but hopefully this stuff that I'm going to be saying is right, because I've taken notes down. The first quest in the series is Nomad's Elegy, and he's on the edge of godhood after dishonor amongst thieves. It said he wants to siphon every soul, every ghost, ghast, and white into the soul obelisk. It will also involve characters that have died in the history of RuneScape, and now they are your allies to defeat him. Oh yeah, I should mention, spoiler alert. The second quest in this 4-quest series to make up Sliske's Countdown is Ballad of the Barrows Brothers, and this reveals a Barrows Sister. They maybe possibly need rescuing, and they talk about a curse being laid over them. And in this quest you get to know more about Sliske and his plans with the Barrows Brothers and the Barrows Brothers Sister. That's like a tongue twister. You really get to understand the mystery behind the mask. Quote. In the third quest, now I've put this in order, they did leave this third quest out until one of the last to mention about the reveals. Fate of the Gods 2. Ma, the elder god, wants to destroy the universe and restart over because she wasn't involved in building the universe, and she's going to start by destroying Sliske. If you ask me, that's not a bad place to start, because there's lightning and it looks awful and dangerous. Sorry to the Majorette that lived there. Terraforming for the win. Getting controversial and off topic. She plans to rebuild Sliske as a start, and it will also include a battle between Zaros and Zamorak to finish unsettled business from the Second Age. Let me know in the comments if you're going to be backing Zaros and Zamorak. And the final one is Sliske's Endgame. It involves an event for those who have god kills. So as we have it, Armado and Virago have killed gods, and they have been invited to an event. And it also says that Sliske has a habit of bending the rules, so most likely more gods will be involved in this. They said he's a showman and that he wants it to be big, so I'm thinking that there'll probably be a world event linked to Sliske's endgame quest. The outcome of the quest will change depending on the choices you have made, and there's also going to be a system introduced that allows you to play deleted scenes and scenes you may have missed from the branching narrative. At the end, when they was talking about this quest, they said about introducing a god scoreboard to keep track of god kills over the year. So I'm guessing there's going to be lots of world events in 2016. They'll be giving a home to various gods by bringing them to the surface world. So stuff is going to go down. Following on from this, they're going to be upping the number of quests. More character-driven quests, and some of these quests will be classed as bottle quests. Because previously they was talking about they wanted the quests in the storyline, each one had to be better and bigger than the quest before that, and they was taking them more and more resources and time that they didn't have or want to spend on that quest. These ones would be shorter but still flow and go into the storyline. And lastly on this quest topic is Rivers of Blood, and that's going to be the vampyre storyline final. And it's based in the 5th Age, where there's no gods, and expect many twists, turns, surprises, and well-known characters. In 2016, expect a different approach to the player power. They want the content to have a real meaning and more substantial difference, and some of them have from RuneLabs and suggestions, and some of them haven't, but they want to have a more bigger impact in the game. And they're talking about designing a new landmass or city from our own ideas, and they'll be able to grow it, or we will be able to grow it and develop it in time with more RuneLab suggestions. So like we could suggest future quests and activities and distraction and diversions that will be located there. And some of the ideas they showed was Fossil Island. It looked a bit like Jurassic Park, and they said to the concept artists to go crazy. Is it the jungle with dinosaurs and characters in medieval armour fighting them? That looks like it's going to go well. Voice crack. Menaphos, it's the city in the desert that we can't get into, right next to Sophanum. Probably not saying that right. And they also had an underwater city. That could link to an underwater boss theme that I will talk about for the combat updates video. 2016 will be the 15th anniversary for the game, so Jedix are filming a documentary based on the history of the game, showing the good times and the bad. Now the video that I'm playing in the background, the recording from the RS Twitch stream, the audio was a bit dodgy, so I've decided to talk over it rather than let it play. And I'm sure that RuneScape will upload the official teaser trailer. I'm sure they'll be uploading that soon. It's not really right for me to re-upload that without doing anything to it. But still, the Gower brothers are just some of the guests that are coming to talk about the game, how it's progressed from RuneScape Classic to RuneScape 3 and Old School. Good points could be, say, 200 million accounts and successful bot nukes. There's even a couple that was showed in the clip that have met on RuneScape and ended up getting married and now have kids. Congratulations to them. Bad points could be the Falador Massacre, or like the most historical bug, and riots. Or EOC messing up the community. That's definitely going to be in there, you know that. And yes, I did mention about the Gower brothers coming back, and they're working on a quest, the Gower Quest. And I didn't include this in the other quests list because it flowed better with how I'm reading this out. It's going to be about 2 wizards and designed by Andrew and Paul Gower. It will bring back content that might not have made the game or was in the game for a short amount of time, bringing back a nostalgia theme, such as the Tanglevine random event. It was in the game for 1 day, and other crazy things such as NPCs trying to escape being spawn killed. So that sounds actually like a really good quest. I'm not into quests, but I'll definitely be doing the Gower Quest.
I have a fantastic wife and 2 beautiful children. It means I have a family. RuneScape means so much more than just Java on a screen.
It's a game, but I'm proud of every single second of it.
Feels like, you know, if the Gower brothers had been born perhaps in the 20s, they would have been decoding Bletchley Park during the Second World War, no doubt about it.
I'd never expected to be responsible for so many people and responsible for such a big project and so much money. Actually quite daunting to have managed to achieve something so big, because it means anything I do now, less than absolutely colossal, seemed, you know, simple. It's quite daunting to live up to that legacy.
Jagex is one of our last remaining big independent studios in the UK, and I think that should be celebrated.
It's quite unbelievable just how big the game became. I still can't quite believe it.
So that was a lot of information. I hope you enjoyed all of the images and videos that I put onto the screen and listening. Make sure to stick around. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.